Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Esther here. Thank you so much to those who've stayed tuned with me. I'm going to be actually doing a series from my new book, The Power of a Forward-Thinking Mindset. And before I continue, I wanted to actually show you the two versions that I have of it. So the first one I have in paperback, and the second one I have is a hardback. One thing I've learned in this season is that faith requires a lot of patience. When you want to believe God for something, or when you are destined for greatness, it is going to take some time. And in that process of you having faith, if you're not careful, your mind can actually start doubting what was promised to you. You might think, this is taking really long. What should I do? Should I cut corners and get the blessing myself? No. That's not the solution. Broken faith requires you to still keep standing even when life isn't fair to you. Broken faith requires you to submit all your desires and your heartfelt needs to the one that knows them in the first place. Faith is something that keeps you going in times of uncertainty. The decisions I've made to be where I am today is because of the level of faith I've had to put into my personal life, into my professional life, into my spiritual life, into every aspect of my life and my being. You have to make sure that your faith is always consistent. Even when there are times you receive rejected letters, even when there are times when people leave you, you still need to keep that faith. In the book in chapter 1, you would see that there are parts where I speak about how are you feeling at the moment? Are you doubtful? Are you confident? Are you bold? Are you honest? You write down what you feel. Never neglect how you're feeling at one set moment in time. You don't have to pretend. Be honest with yourself and be honest with God. Speak to trusted people that you can vent to. And we know that fear and doubt can't be in the same room. And as I mentioned before, it's either you decide to move forwards or you go back to what you were doing. I know that being in our comfort zones isn't always great for growth, whereas moving forwards is coming out of our comfort zones and it's very uncomfortable. But the rewards will prove itself better than being in your comfort zone. Anything that's comfortable and easy is actually a potential danger to your growth and progress. But when you actually realize that what is ahead of you is greater than where you are, you have to change things around. You can't expect to receive a different result if you're doing the same thing. I'm going to read a quick snippet from chapter 1, and it says, "The ideas come, but birthing the faith seems difficult, and to some extent, restless and uncomfortable. You have allowed fear to become a voice to your ears. How do you cope with the pressure of trying to be a perfectionist?" Ugh, that word. Who really is perfect though? Do you know what faith is? I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 throughout this book, because faith is the real foundation for a transformed mind. It says that faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain for what we do not see. Your faith is something that enables you to trust in what you cannot see right now. It's knowing that what is already yours, and you know it's going to come at the appointed time. When you think about ideas, can you see them? No, but they're always in your mind. You're thinking about them. And eventually, when you actually put them into action, they become tangible or intangible resources. So for example, when I write books, they are ideas, and then I turn them into words, and then I turn those words into books. And each and every one of us has a gift that starts from a thought. But I must encourage you and warn you at the same time. Do not allow your mind to be fed with things that will not benefit you, that will not uplift you, and certainly will not add value. And there's no other person that can add value to you more than yourself. You can be around so many people telling you, keep that faith, keep going, but it's up to you to be responsible and accountable to your own faith. Think about faith as the air you breathe. No breath, no air, no life. I've had no other choice but to keep my faith. When I look to the left, there's no solution. When I look to the right, there's no solution. But when I look up and when I keep focusing on what is ahead of me, I know that there's a hope. I know that there's destiny. Jeremiah 29:11, God has promised us that He knows the thoughts and plans He has for us. Those plans are good. Those plans will never be evil. Those plans are to give us a hope and an unexpected end. So I want to encourage you today. Your faith is what will enable you to achieve greatness. Do not doubt your faith. Do not discount your faith and think, okay, well, let me take the shortcut route to get to where I want to go. Anything that is going to cause effective change in society, in the kingdom, in your life, in the generations to come is going to take some time. Don't rush greatness. Don't become someone that is so impatient that because you're looking at what other people are doing, you think you're behind. No, because those people who have got to where they are today, they also went through the process of developing and deepening their faith. And nobody wants to hear this. All they want to hear is, oh, well, you've made it, so I can do it too. Oh, you're running a business. I'm going to run my own business too. Oh my goodness, look at that girl's car. I need to get a better car than her now. That's not faith. That's immaturity. When you compare yourself with others, you're not wise. You're looking at other people thinking that they are your goal of faith. There's no human being that should be your goal of faith. Whether they have what you have, they should never be your goal. They should never be your desire. It should inspire you to keep your faith. I know that for sure. When I see people doing well, it pushes me to say, God, help me to do well on my level. Help me to do well in my lane, not in the lane of others, not in the opinions of others, not in the pressure of culture, not in the pressure of society. Because if I allow the pressure of society to get to me, then my faith is going to be broken. In other words, my faith is divided. I'm depending on a company. I'm depending on my business. I'm depending on my job. I'm depending on my savings. And when all that falls, who else do you have? Today, as we are living in the present, I want to remind you, keep your faith. Even when it's difficult, even when you want to cry. Listen, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have your days of frustration, but don't stay there. Copies are available on the website on www.authenticworth.com. And I must say thank you to each and every one of those who have got a copy. Your faith is what brings the reward. Do not lose your confidence because it will be richly rewarded. Hebrews 10:35. If there's anything I've learned in this season, is to remember to keep the confidence and keep the faith. Yes, you have faith, it's great, but be patient with it. Because if you're not patient, your faith may turn into doubt. Keep being positive, keep being faithful, and know that what is for you is for you as long as you keep your faith. I'll see you in my next series when we speak about chapter 2, which is boring Christianity. Stay tuned and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.